The sound of creaking floorboards in the dead of night. A door slightly ajar, revealing a glimpse of something sinister lurking behind it. The terror of feeling unsafe in the one place you should feel most secure, your own home. Have you ever experienced that unsettling sensation of realizing you're not alone, even when you thought you were? Shared living can quickly turn into a nightmare when the person you're rooming with is the stuff of horror movies. Today we delve into the darkest corners of real-life roommate horror stories. The basement dweller. Ryan thought he'd found a steal, a cheap room rental in a nice home owned by the reclusive Luke. But strange occurrences soon plagued the house. Loud bangs and creaks reverberated through the halls each night. Doors stood ajar, as if opening and closing of their own accord. Luke's demeanor grew increasingly erratic. He'd lash out angrily whenever Ryan neared the basement door, the one place strictly off-limits per Luke's bizarre list of rules. Ryan's curiosity burned to discover what secrets Luke could be hiding. One night while Luke was out, Ryan ventured downstairs, his phone's dim flashlight guiding him through the inky blackness. A putrid, decaying stench grew stronger with each step. Ryan reached the basement's main room, just a shabby couch and taped boxes strewn about. But in the far corner sat a closed door, a sickly greenish light oozing out from the gap at the bottom. Chest pounding, Ryan pushed forward, ignoring his instincts to flee. He tried the doorknob, locked. But then a strange groaning came from the other side, like some unearthly creature stirring. Ryan frantically rattled the knob until a deafening crash boomed through the door, like heavy objects being hurled. He stumbled back, gasping for air in the rancid basement. That's when Luke appeared at the top of the stairs, his pale features twisting into a demonic sneer of hatred. "Get out!" he roared so forcefully that Ryan scrambled away on all fours, nearly blacking out from sheer primal terror. Luke's threats of eviction replayed endlessly in Ryan's nightmares. For what unholy evil could the seemingly unassuming homeowner be harboring in that hellish basement? The dorm room photographer. In a nondescript college dorm, Alex and John, both freshmen, were assigned as roommates. Alex, outgoing and social, contrasted sharply with John, a quiet and reserved individual always seen with his camera. At first, John's late-night photography sessions seemed innocuous, capturing the room's ambiance under different lighting conditions. Alex, though slightly annoyed by the constant clicking of John's camera in the darkness, brushed it off as a harmless quirk of his roommate's hobby. Yet one fateful night shattered Alex's perception. Stirring from sleep to an eerie silence broken only by the rhythmic clicking of John's camera, Alex's eyes snapped open to find John standing beside his bed. His heart pounded with a mixture of fear and confusion as the flash momentarily blinded him. Frozen in dread, Alex feigned sleep, praying it was a bizarre misunderstanding. The next morning, Alex's unease simmered into a tense confrontation with John. Nervous excuses about experimenting with photography techniques failed to quell Alex's growing suspicion. Over the ensuing weeks, Alex's discomfort deepened as personal items inexplicably shifted places. Books displaced, clothes rearranged. A sinister presence seemed to linger in the dorm room's shadows, haunting Alex's every moment. Determined to uncover the truth, Alex clandestinely set up a camera, hidden amidst the clutter of his room. What the footage revealed left Alex shaken to his core. John, in the dead of night, standing inches from Alex's bed, capturing his sleeping form with a chilling intensity. Confronted with undeniable proof of John's disturbing obsession, Alex's fear turned to fury. Confrontation led to denial, as John adamantly claimed innocence, pleading misunderstanding and artistic exploration. Yet the unshakable dread remained, driving Alex to alert the dorm authorities. John was swiftly relocated, but the scars of that night persisted. Alex's sanctuary had been violated, his trust shattered by a roommate whose motives remained shrouded in darkness. It was a haunting reminder of how easily safety could be shattered within the confines of what should have been a secure space, leaving Alex forever haunted by the question, what other horrors might lurk beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary encounters? The cursed mirror. Since childhood, she had been captivated yet unsettled by her grandparents' ancient home in the countryside, particularly the locked basement door leading to somewhere forbidden. Her grandparents would shift uncomfortably whenever she asked what lay below, warning her vaguely, "Some places are better left alone." One summer day, while her grandparents were out running errands, she finally ventured into the dank, cobweb-infested basement. Using her phone's flashlight, she wound through a maze of boxes and dusty furniture towards a closed door, a strange flickering light escaping the crack underneath. As she pushed through the door, a wave of cold, stale air rushed over her. The room was bare except for an ornate antique mirror mounted in the far corner. An ethereal, almost electrical charge of energy seemed to be rippling across its aged black glass surface. She felt herself being pulled toward the mirror, as if an unseen force beckoned her nearer. As she gazed within its depths, her own reflection began morphing into something horrific. Dark, empty pools replacing her eyes, her smile carving up past her cheeks in a rictus grin of agony. Suddenly, she felt icy cold hands grip her throat as an invisible force tightened around her. She gasped for air, clawing at her neck in terror as the mirror's surface undulated like disturbed water. A raspy demonic voice slithered through the air. "Join us. Join the Eternal Ones." Just then her grandparents called from upstairs and the cursed mirror instantly resumed reflecting her normal image. But the echo of that ghastly voice would haunt her forever after that day, extinguishing any doubt that the veil between worlds is not always impermeable, that unfathomable evil can lurk in the most innocuous of places. Her grandfather's solemn warning echoed hauntingly. There are some things better left alone. Some mysteries are better unexplored when the truth is too horrifying for the human mind to comprehend. In those quiet moments before sleep, when the veil between worlds grows thin, remember that the greatest terrors lie not in distant lands, but within the confines we call home, and the people we let inside. As we conclude these chilling tales of roommates, remember to subscribe to our channel for more spine-tingling stories and insightful content.